Hello Cancer, this is your reading for March 2018 and I've looked at your energies through the beginning and all throughout the month. And this is a tricky month for all of the signs, so be aware of that. There's a couple retrogrades going on this month, so not anybody is immune to this happening this month. So with this month, you know, it's got you thinking about all things, your job, your relationships, and emotions. You got to keep in balance, Cancer, so you got to pay attention to that. On the 6th of March, look at your career and focus, you know, that's very highlighted through that week. July, you know, from March 9th to July 10th, you know, issues, past, you know, lovers, people from your past and stuff are coming back in, and a lot of thinking towards what you've got to do. On the 16th and 17th of the March, you know, travel, exploring, learning, and all that is indicated, you know, take charge energy. Also with that energy through that time, Cancer, you know, you could be dealing with other people that can be at odds, you know, with each other or with you. And it's just hectic times that can be indicated due to high activity. This is a real tough thing to balance, Cancer. On the 22nd, you know, issues around the workplace, you know, you're questioning a lot of things, you know, would have, should have, could have type things, you know, like anything that you've made a decision on, do pay attention to that. You may be having to really take a look at, you know, what you need to do on that. At the end of the month, you know, friendships are going to be, you know, you're going to be taking a look at that, and they are going to be good and comforting for you, Cancer. You'll need that. You are going to definitely be looking at trying to find balance through this entire month, and emotions, trying to stay on top of that. Just try to stay centered, Cancer, throughout the month the best you can, and that's all I can give you at this point because everybody's going through that. I'm going to throw your tarot cards for your reading, and we'll see what kind of energies we get, if this is work energy or if it is relationship energy, and we'll see on that. Cancer, March 2018. Well, we definitely are looking at some relationships. And this really goes hand in hand with all of the things that you have going on in your life, Cancer. So right off the bat with your energy overall is Ace of Cups, and that is usually an offering of a relationship coming in. What I love about the cups, it's always a new beginning. You know, it's emotional generosity, you know, love, new beginnings in love, affection, kindness, esteem. You know, it's definitely being offered to you. So it's nice that that's overall energy, but you have a lot of reflection that you're going to be doing. So even though it sounds intriguing and wonderful, these are things as we go through the cards that they're going to talk to and warn you of what you need to watch out for. So if relationships hadn't been working out for you, you are moving forward into a better direction. This card is usually known for the Trail of Tears, and she's moving out of the sadness and moving into a much more progressive state of more happiness to come. So if there's been some things and issues that you've been working towards, you'll need to do that. With the Six of Swords, I had to stop for a second because my bulldog's snoring through the whole thing, and it gets a little bit, well, I'm sure you can hear her in the background. So anyways, with the Six of Swords, let's get back centered here. As you know, it has a meaning of chance of moving forward, and, you know, to trust the unknown, and, you know, removal of negative and threatening situation. Possibly in travel or, you know, a move. You know, you need to not worry so much, Cancer, so do pay attention to that. You need to simplify and move forward. Cancer, you do need to be aware of, though, with the Devil card, that you can be restricted. Don't allow that to happen. she's chained in that sense, and do pay attention to any kind of restrictions that you may put upon yourself or others trying to put that on you. You can break those chains, but you may be limited too in how far and what you can do in situations. This month is not a time to act, but to sit back with the Hangman. It's just something that you'll need to look at things where you're just, you know, taking time to reflect, which we've talked about in the beginning of the reading. And so there's just not something that you can really even act on at that point, or even through this month to do things. A lot of time to think about how you're going to approach things, and I believe that you will come through, because most Cancers can get to a very good and clear, decisive action in whatever they choose to be, especially in business. Relationships kind of throw you off because the emotions are very hard for you to decipher, and as much as I'd like to tell you how to handle that, that's something that you have to come to terms with, because it's your experience in this life, Cancer. We have the Knight of Pentacles, and with a knight, things happen very quickly. You know, this could be a dedicated and steadfast individual, someone who values friendships, aspect of relationships above financial and romantic ties, and someone who is extremely industrious and financially savvy, someone who values efficiency and deliberateness and honest commitment. Definitely a person that could be around you in this energy. With the Knights, things happen very rapidly and fast, so be prepared to move forward with also a young energy. The Seven of Swords, do pay attention to any kind of theft. You know, she's grabbed a couple things hastily and she's taking off with a couple swords. She's got a couple in the back and she's reaching and going there. Do watch if you have any ideas that you don't want taken from other people. That's something that you need to pay attention to also. You know, other meanings to this card, I will give you that, is, you know, it can also have a meaning of secrecy, you know, stealth, a warning to protect one's physical and intellectual property, which we talked about. Just, you know, watching that people that are not speaking in whole truths. So do pay attention to other people's agendas, and you know, there may be a need to be judicious with sensitive information and risky business. So you really have to hold back on your career, or individuals, even romantically, not knowing that they may not be forthcoming with what they are saying to you. So be aware of that, Cancer. Your last outcome card, which is the Three of Pentacles. This is great. I love the card for a final. You know, this is gaining cooperation with people, teamwork, gainful employment, collaboration, and will do well under influence of this card. Shared resources and priorities are, you know, fruitful and give unexpected, pleasant rewards. What a great way to end the reading, Cancer, because, you know, you're coming together. You had a lot of work to get through, you know, coming through feeling restricted and having to think that out. So as long as you take time, especially with the Hangman, take time to really think things through, woulda, shoulda, couldas, but you are in charge, and we are in charge of our day and how we see things. I'm going to go ahead and throw a angel card message for you, Cancer, and we'll see where that leads to. Cards, so they're very tough to handle because they're so slippery. Cancer, what is our meaning? Your last message card is Seven of Fire. Defend your beliefs and decisions and stand your ground. Choose your battles wisely. We were talking about this throughout the reading, and so it just keeps coming. So if there's something that's on your mind, you're really going to have to stick to your guns on that. I'm going to go ahead and grab another one. You have abundance with the Three of Fire, and things are looking very good. Have patience at this time and make long-term plans, which totally goes hand in hand with all of what we talked about. So you will be planning through and very thinking methodically through your business and what you're going for. As I threw the cards, it was both emotional and business, etc. So you're definitely moving forward, Cancer, into a really good place because of what you've been working for. So you got to be proud of that, because most Cancers that I know are very solid people, especially financially, knowing what they want, and they're very solid also in their relationships. That concludes your reading, Cancer, for the month of March, and I will see you back here April 2018. Thank you.